example, 1 Corinthians 7:35 emphasizes the importance of mutual consent and fulfilling each other's needs. It's clear that intimacy plays a crucial role in a healthy, godly marriage. Now, why is regular sex so important? For one, it deepens emotional bonds. When couples share this intimate experience, it fosters a sense of unity and trust. It's a way to reconnect and reaffirm your love for each other, even in the midst of life's chaos. Sex also has incredible benefits for your overall well-being. It releases endorphins, reduces stress, and can even improve your mood. In a Christian marriage, it's a way to celebrate the love and commitment you've vowed to each other, reinforcing the sacred bond you share. But let's not forget communication. Regular intimacy encourages open dialogue about desires, boundaries, and any concerns you might have. It's an ongoing conversation that can strengthen your relationship both in and out of the bedroom. Of course, every couple is different. What's regular for one might not be for another, and that's okay. The key is finding a rhythm that works for both of you, honoring each other's needs and boundaries. Remember, it's not just about frequency, but also the quality of your connection. So, if you find yourselves drifting apart or feeling disconnected, consider making time for intimacy. It's not just a physical act, but a spiritual and emotional one too. Embrace it as a way to grow closer, deepen your love, and honor the sacred bond of marriage. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.
Okay, see you next time. And we want to welcome you to this wonderful time here. And again, we, like we said, we are going to be here probably on Tuesday for 30 minutes, sharing about love. This is a bit, really have been the whole world, and relationship matters. It's very important to know that the Life Empowerment Network is very active, and we are extending on Facebook. We are on YouTube, and then we are on both YouTube and both Facebook today. Probably we're going to be taking up on TikTok. Probably we're trying to get some things ready. We want to welcome you to this great time. Love and relationship is one of the more interesting topic here in the world today. Love is blind, people say, right? And today we're going to be taking on that. I hope that we understand what it means to love, and because love could be, a kind of strat that Christians don't want to go through, and we all sometimes we find out that we are losing our grounds, and in marriage, many of us give up so soon because of the action we took in our relationship. Today we talking about, yes, we're talking about love, we're talking about relationship and intimacy, which is one of the very hard things that many of us I really don't maintain in our relationship. We forget about this because we forgot that when you decide to love, or problem when you get into that relationship and say you love, uh, is something just more than knowing this person and getting into their life, but knowing them, and then making this relationship to be very tight and respectful. I think in my mind, that is a greater thing to do, and we all can strive towards that. But we got to hold on to this God. So again, we I love you guys, and again, we are here to talk about love and relationship because we are now turning this thing into a big gigantic. There, if you follow us on YouTube, on the how to call the not to complete engagement, and then also uh, the voice of peace, you're gonna see all live right there. We want to sound like our voice be heard, because it's not just a ball game. All of us have this responsibility, and we must make sure that we speak it out, because that is the bottom line. Love and relationship, that was matter. And if you have a relationship with God first, and then you get into a relationship with man, then of course you will be able to maintain that relationship based on your your relationship with God. Because if you don't have a relationship with God, it means that uh, you are definitely not going to maintain that relationship with your spouse, because it's something that has to do with commitment, it has to do with love. There are a lot of things that we went through and continue to go through in the Word. Those of us on YouTube, those of us on Facebook, you're welcome again. Like we said, this is our first day, and we begin this joining every Tuesday at 6:30 to 7 o'clock, and then we pick up our close just 30 minutes, and we're going to be talking about love and relationship. For those of us who probably might not understand what it means to love, what it means to talk about the issues of love, and it's a big deal that we walk, and sometimes we don't understand. We celebrate people, with great concern. We are so concerned about this thing called love, because that is where many of us have failed, and we are still feeling, because we forgot that without love we cannot make it. We are going to be like twisted. We are not going to be, you know, doing whatever God have called us to do. So, in other words, to love, it means to keep that commitment. First, we say to God. Somebody would tell me, listening to the sound of my voice, will say, "Well, Pastor, I love this person, but um, this person don't love me, right?" But first, we have five key things that make a relationship healthy, and we're going to be talking about those five things here. I want us to begin to look at the center of love, not based on our feelings, emotions, which is a choice. And that choice actually can just go the way after you have met the person and you guys went to bed, enjoyed yourself, and did all the things that you could do in order to feed the presence or whatever you think. And that's why, we are here to talk about, in other words, to encourage you. Yes, you have a relationship with God. You have a relationship with, with all you are doing. And, you need to understand that that relationship, until you finalize it, that relationship, except you begin to understand that it's based on God and it's not based on emotions just alone. Okay, so trust, which is the first thing, key, trust. So both partners feel safe, honest, and reliable with each other when it comes to trust. You see, because relationship matters, when we begin to talk about relationship, how do you trust me when I'm not able to confide into you, or I try to hide some things from you and find out maybe later on you find it out. So both partners feel safe, honest, and reliable with each other when there's trust. So there can be no kind of confidence whether this person is really going to keep the vow when it begins with lies, when it begins with saying some things that is against whatever probably the next person don't feel like. Everybody has a boundary in relationship, which matters when you begin to take your own statistic about when you were young, when you were small. We used to say love, but that was just lost sometime, because we just go after uh, maybe our peers, and just play some games. Like I said, love is the game we play, but cannot win. We go to bed. How many times? Ask yourself a question. This is a practical, uh, probably hour. We're not just talking. Within the next 15 minutes, ask yourself some questions. What have I done in order to help my partner or to help the person who I really love? Both both partners feel safe when you trust. Communication, openly sharing feelings, listening, and resolving conflicts respectfully. Communication. When you communicate your your feelings, your wants well, openly, sharing feelings, listening, and resolving conflict respectfully, not disrespectfully. Sometimes we present feelings like harshly, and probably sometimes we feel guilty or something because of trust, because of honesty, because we might not be reliable. So as we talk about the bound of love, it's something that is a must. It's not an option, especially within to marriage. Love and relationship, the both is just coming together. For us Christians, Christianity is relationship. It is that relationship we have with Christ that make us to get close to him more and more. Each day we want to get close to him. And that is how we build love. We want to get more closer to this person because of the relationship that we are building, that relationship, that love start developing. And because of the love of that person, then used to we start to develop the love. But how do we develop the love when there is disrespect? We are not honest. We are not reliable. How can we develop the love? Love start dying down because of no trust. If you can go and discuss your husband or your wife outside the marriage or outside the relationship, probably maybe you have not even gotten into marriage. You have not even you just started to have this kind of dating. You have not even in courtship, and you find out that there is something that is about this person that I want to know because I don't want to get in this life and regret why I ever make that decision. So it based on communication, and that communication will be honest communication. That communication should not base on the fact that you love this person, you care for them, the trust is there, and your communication with them will be open. It shouldn't be based on the fact that you as a person you have some skepticism, you are skeptical about something, and so when you get into their life it becomes a different stuff. And I want to encourage you because this is all about relationship wise. We are developing a very bigger network at the level of the community engagement, the life empowerment network. Our dating site, our dating or relationship kind of site and coaching is a different coaching, is a different way that we're going to do it. Relationship love is so important because you don't get close to this person when you're not a relationship you have with them is not even close. You don't consider them to be nothing because well you have not know more about them. So you do it trust, the first thing, communication, be open, share feelings, listening, and what? Resolving conflict respectfully. That is the communicating part of it. Communicate your sex needs. Many Christians, many of us have lost our relationship or our wives, our husband, because of this communication issue. We don't communicate well with our partners. We don't say it. We don't openly tell them about this thing called sex. We don't tell them about it. We don't we don't communicate well. We just communicate in a partial way. So please, as we talk about this love and communication, that is the second thing. Communication is so sensitive. So let us look at love. Let us look at communication. Let us look at respect. Because if we trust each other, if we are reliable, that means we rely on each other for the communicating part of life. That means you're communicating yourself to the person you love. You must communicate well, because at the end of your communication, there will be an answer, there will be a result, and that result should be in the both interests, not only one person. Not only one person. So as we go into this time, we talk about these issues and we begin to rely, because there are a lot of resources and opportunity to begin to solve problems into marriages in the world, in our communities. How do we protect our marriage from uncommitted friends? Because of lack of communication, we get stuck up with people who don't love us, and at the end of the day, they tear down our marriages. With our experience we have, too much communication, or the friends you have might not be in your interests. Respectfully, you are not open. You are not sharing your feelings. As a man, your spouse or the person you want to get married to is going outside and is not serious about the relationship, is going head to scatter. What is your responsibility? To share with them, to tell them how you feel about that relationship. You got to say it to them, because you see, relationship matters. The next thing is respect. Respect. Valuing each other opinions, borders, and individuality. Do we value each other? Of our opinions, we share the way we feel about what happens when it comes to family. That's why we're talking about Christian family, marriage, and intimacy. The best part of life is both who have agreed to be together, but it also has to do with the people surrounding, the people that is in your surrounding, the people that you are communing with, the people that you say that you like. I am of the opinion that everything we work for, everything we do share our opinions, but we must be open. The word trust is there. Respect. You are going somewhere, you want to go with your friend, you want to travel. You then discuss it with your spouse lately, and you come and say, we are going to a wedding. We're going to a wedding on Saturday. Probably maybe 2 days to the wedding, or even 3 days or 4 days to the wedding. I mean, and then you just tell your spouse, I'm going to a wedding, I'm going to sleep there. Respect, trust. What is the borders you have? That means you have not set borders. Respect, you value each other, right? But you set borders. That means your border set is in the sense that you can't just go to all the parties. You're not. We just probably witnessed the burial of two couples who married the same day. We got married, they died. Two couples, only because the man have decided to choose his probably his ex to prepare the food without communicating with his spouse. So what happens? It's always the case. And that person, well, as a saying go today, both of them is on the ground. And I want to say to us here, man, as we conclude, respect, support. The fourth thing is support, encouraging each other's goals, dreams, and well-being. Support your partner dream. Support their dreams. Encourage each other in the faith. Encourage each other, whatever they are doing. Encourage them. These are five key things. You can't be a husband or somebody who really want to get in the next person's life, but you don't encourage them about their vision. You don't encourage them about what they are doing. You just keep back. You just sit back and just listen to them. Sometimes you have no support. You have nothing to share with them. Encouragement. We are left behind because of these obstacles. And I want to say, as we develop, we need to support each other, encouraging each other goals and dreams and well-being, quality time. And that is my dear where I am. That is one of my key points. Communication and quality time. Spending meaningful time together to strengthen connection and what? Intimacy. There were many female, if not male, many female are lacking in this area of quality time. Spending quality time. We have no time with our partners. We take other things more important. Sometimes we just get on the phone. Sometimes when you look at the online dating, it's just something you just presuming. So I don't want to consider it too much, but it's also having quality time. No matter whether you are distant, once that person don't have quality time with you, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Quality time matters. Not just time, but quality time. What a quality time. Spending meaningful time together to strengthen connection and intimacy. How can you say you want to get in the person's life or you really like this person? You don't spend no time with them. Probably sometimes you call them, hello, how you doing? I just called to check on you. I hope everything is fine. You have to say you the one have took care of them the time they were babies. This is all about relationship. This is all about, remember that if that person is serious, that person will apply more effort to time, to quality time, because they know that they're coming in your life. It begins from the relationship and the love you have for this person. So it's not just about, hello, how you doing? I just called to check on you. Are you serious? Are you really serious about this relationship or that relationship? So you got to have trust. You got to communicate well. You got to respect. You got to support. And you got to have quality time. As we close today, I want us to have some reflection. As people who get into relationship, we might have some time, we will not understand the good or bad, we might not know about some of the things that happens in our relationship. Sometimes it's spiritual, sometimes it's foundational. It's something that pursuing us, but we must be careful. That's why Christian marriage must be prayerful, must be praying together, must know their God, the same God they serve. Because I'm not going to justify for another God. Because those other people who believe in another God, believe in they have the right. So I have my right to believe in the God that I believe and don't want to believe in another God. And so I'm not going to allow my spouse to believe in another God and say they are Christian or at the same time. No, it's like, well, you're not certain. You're not really certain about the God you choose. Trust, communication, respect, support, and quality time. The intimacy you have, getting together, meeting together, going to party, going to wedding together, traveling together, spending quality time with your spouse. This is not, it's not an option as a believer or ones who want to get in the life of the next person, it is not about just quality time. It's not just about, well, okay, let's just talk about this stuff. Let's meet tomorrow morning. Let's discuss about this thing. Let's resolve it. Let's have some quality time talking about our relationship, talking about our children, talking about where we're going, what is happening to this thing. You have some issues that you have not resolved, and you are leaving your home and going for many, many hours. Sometimes you're coming home late in the night. Some of us find something else to do in order to cover it up. We got to understand real love. Somebody will say, in this era, we can't find real love. We can find them because people looking for real people. Don't overlook the little things or the little beginning of your marriage, of your relationship, starting with trust. Don't overlook it. Communication, respect, support, and spending quality time with each other. The more time you spend in quality time with each other, that is building up the love. That is the feeling of the next person that, yes, my spouse loved me. Or probably, I think this is a better relationship. Let me see. Let me test the ground. And so I want to encourage you, and I want to encourage those of us who will be watching. Love is about a line. There where we are when it comes to relationship, when it comes to Christian family, relationship, marriage, and intimacy. As we talk about family marriage, as we talk about the game that we played that we have not won, sin. I want to encourage somebody today that I agree that we have our individual problem. I agree that not everything we see shines come from God. I do agree. But how do we reconcile? How do we understand whether it comes from God or not? How do we really reconcile that? Are we sure? Are we sure that we are the people? We understand ourselves. We understand what God said to us. We agree with God. And this morning or tonight or this evening, I want to encourage somebody listening to me. Follow. Yes, love is the bigger thing that all of us are looking for. Men looking for peace in that love. Man is not looking just to get in the life of somebody. At the community engagement level, when we talk about the voice of peace, it begins from there. When there is real love, when there is understanding, there is peace. Always the men want to be peaceful. You want to come home and relax. But all no fighting. All no quarreling. If you don't know the nature of man, speak it to your daughter, those of us who are men, that she will understand when she gets into that relationship. She will take care of it well. Teach it to your children. Let's openly discuss issues that affect relationship. And I want to thank you guys for following. Join us every Tuesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. as we talk about relationship, as we explore the opportunities for us to listen to each other, to grow in our relationship. We're going to be opening it to people to discuss these issues. But let us remember that no one person can do whatever God have already done. I pray that God gave us the insight, the opportunity to see. That means to open our spiritual eyes to see. It is when God opens our eyes, then we are able to see beyond. We're able to look beyond the mirrors to see some of the things that goes on in our spiritual life. And I want to continue to say, you're welcome. Enjoy your day. Follow us for more. Yes, love and relationship matters. Don't forget your trust. Don't forget your communication. Don't forget your support to that person. Don't forget the quality time you spend. It's not just about talking, spending time, intimacy, looking at some things, doing the things that the next person's like. Do it together. Enjoy your life because life is just about connection and connecting to the right person. I want you to join us as we follow. We're going to be talking more about relationship and how do we connect with people from our communities? How do we benefit for some of the greater things that is going to be coming up? How do we connect with people back in America, in different countries? Not just to say hello today, and then probably you might be in a different situation, or maybe you different person. You don't want to open up to that person. No, this is not the place. This site is about the reality. Be frank, because at the end of the day, if the person finds out, maybe he had got into the marriage, and then you guys are broken. No, with experience, it's better to discuss it, understand it, before we get into it. So again, we want to thank you for following. Join us and every Tuesday at 6:30 as we probably is it's going to be at 6 o'clock. We start at 6:30 today because of our time. Going to be for 45 minutes. So it's going to be at 6 o'clock to 6:45 every Tuesday. On Wednesday, we have our Bible studies at 6 o'clock, which is tomorrow. We hope that you join us to share the word of God. Thank you.